What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And this particular recap, I'm reviewing the Have and Have-Nots Season 3, Episode 25, also the season finale. I hope y'all enjoyed as much as I did. Okay, shout out to my YouTube fam, part of my YouTube fam. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share this video. But yeah, y'all, pretty interesting, okay? It's actually personally a little bit better than the last one, a little bit more exciting. Now let's get into the character things. I know they said in the episode somebody gonna die, okay? And what happened? We're gonna start with the whole Candace Oscar thing. We already knew that Oscar was too good to be true, and Candace was basically slipping on her pimping and was really like falling for this dude. And we all know that, first her and Jeffrey was talking, and Jeffrey was like, you didn't get a chance to see your son, but she already knew that obviously the police and the mention of Quincy made her like, get the hell on out the damn hospital. And so they hear doorbell ring, and because she's already said Quincy don't know where she stays. Apparently Quincy knows where she stays. Now I don't know, and I forgot particular episode. Is that what he personally grabbed, was the information of where she stayed at, or was that before whatever information he had? Because coincidence, he finds out later on where she stayed at. Okay. Now, who's at the door? It's Hannah and Benny. And Hannah's like, you gonna tell the truth. You gonna tell me when you've been lying. You've been lying. We already know how Hannah is, right? And it gets to the point of conversation that first she's still trying to claim with a job working. Benny's like, no, that's not true, blah, 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 whatever, right? And she even comes down with showing the deeds and everything else. And, in between then, of course, Hannah's like, I'm sick and tired of this type of thing. Are you the one who, basically burnt, crashed, destroyed my house, got cars in my living room next to my couch. So she's like, why would you think that? Because you gonna take your baby. And she's like, I'm the mom. I don't, it shouldn't be a problem me getting a child. But we already know later on that's not the case. Because if y'all watched the last episode, we already knew the social worker's boss, they already were towards, Team Hannah and stuff. And so she, like I said, the conversation got to the point where even though she first explained, like, they kept asking where she, in the end, where she got the money from. And she just like, okay, I have enough money where I bought you all this stuff, whatever. I ended up giving the car the first time. I'm making the Erica story up so you can have the car, which she had told Benny, so it's like, here, it was truthful that she was trying to help her family. It's just, we all know how she really got that money, okay? Blackmail! Okay, so, and basically kidnapping and semi-torturing and some questionable S&M photos and who knows what else. So anyways, she is explaining, like, I tried, paying for this, blah, blah, blah. And then she tried to find out, actually, excuse me, Hannah tried to find out still what's the truth, tell the truth. She told the truth where she didn't, I guess, about not working, or, she bought this and bought that, whatever. But she still, the main thing she did not admit is really how she got that money. So, but she tried to come downstairs with her Mac Pro and show that she had money in the bank, like, because they worried about, even Benny got to the point, like, because he was like, you better tell mama, you better tell mama. And I'm thinking, like, boy, you up here screwing, married woman, and better yet, a judge, okay, David, associates of who your mama works for. And I know Candace seemed to be making mistakes, but Benny's starting to get twisted in the game too. Hannah, remember, he wrecked the first car, hitting people and stuff, and going to the strip club. And then I'm just saying, Benny get a little reckless too to a certain point, okay? But her problem lies with Candace. And when Candace, like I said, comes down with MacBook Pro, she, tries to tell him I got money, baby. He's like, what is this, some type of joke? You look on there and they say 000. Apparently Candace just logged on with a secret password and a secret question and forgot to actually look at how much was in there. And we already knew the fact that she gave Oscar access. It was like, this is just too obvious. Candace is when's gonna wake up. What she seen, 0. Then they end up believing they walked, Benny and Mama Hannah went out the door. And again, Quincy is across the street, okay? Even though supposedly didn't know where the hell she was at. Now, she called. She tried not to call Cosmo. So, of course, she called Oscar. That, of course, didn't go through, whatever. So, Jeffrey comes from the back. I'm not going by scene, I'm just getting out the way. And he understood they were arguing stuff like that. And she admitted, that's what she so admitted. She still ain't telling where she got the money from, but she says indirectly some way like has something to do with Crier. Oh, he marked me, blah, blah, blah. It's Oscar. And Jeffrey like, why don't you just call him again? She was like, he got access to my account and stuff and captured, you know, screenshot and all this other stuff. And he scammed me out of money. It was a lot of money. She didn't say how much it was. A lot of money that was scammed out of there. So eventually, which I do notice, y'all, everybody's phone was on vibrate. Nobody, it wasn't like everybody's a day job. Maybe, you know, Halle Berry didn't have no time to be making a special ringtone just for the show. But I do notice everybody's freaking phone this damn episode was on freaking vibrate. Everybody. 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 So, my big copyright shit. I'm just saying. I've noticed that. So, she gets a call from Oscar. Oscar is really on a private plane. And does that private plane? But she basically, he's still playing that game like, what are you talking about? You know, $50,000 ain't nothing, stuff like that. Well, where are you going to get back my money? And blah, blah, blah. She like, I want my money. Blah, 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 blah. I think Jeffrey around that time had left. Because he's going to meet with Wyatt. Wyatt wants to know where the car is. Do you know where the car is? Are you sure it's the car? You know, can we get the car? And he's already met, like I said, with the DA woman, Jennifer again. And he asked for immunity, like, are you sure? Because she just said, I just need the car. And Wyatt's like, okay, I need immunity not just for myself, but for Jeffrey as well, because he knows about it. So they're basically supposed to be, you know, safe, okay? They get to go past the don't go to jail on a Monopoly board, okay? So, you know, they can skip and just jump that whole damn slot, just okay? So, Jay, on the other hand, like I said, you know, Jeffrey already knew, oh, I know how you're going to get your money back. And he just like, I'm exiting to the left. Okay, like the Sandman at the Apollo Theater. I'm over there. Okay, so he leaves. She gets, you know, the best knife that she got from her drawer. And when he comes in, he first still was pretending like, what are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. And then she just let it be known, like, I know you took my money. Who are you fooling? Blah, blah, blah. He first was like, basically first talking still stuff. And he was like, you know what, your 40 found. And she was like, I have 400 million there. You try to fool me, blah, blah, blah. You gonna give me your money, give me my money back and stuff like that. And he was like, 400 million? Oh, is that what you get from Escort and stuff like that? And he was, but then he started saying like, you know, you type of person, that type of money, whatever. So she tried coming at him with the knife. And he was able to duck and dodge, whatever, whatever. And Quincy punches the dude only so he can work on killing, Candace, and choking him, started beating on her, whatever, so he runs the hell out of there. And Oscar in time turns out who real name and government is Brandon. And it wasn't Jim Crier who originally was at this money. It turns out to be that David said his word that he was going to get Jim's money back, right? So he hired a dude, and this is why he had access to all this private stuff, blah, blah. So he's supposed to get wired a certain percentage, but he had said, sorry, I got private James. Sorry, I had VIP at this club and all this other stuff, whatever, and everything, so forth. My bad. You know, but she's the best. And David was like, thank you. So he had the profile and the information that he needed. So Jim was supposed to get his money back, right? But Jim seems to have a zero fuck to give, I think. And is trying to GPS that fuck, as I usually sometimes say, about basically even care about this money. Because he's like, David's wife is on a platter, okay? And he's trying to add it, he's on a hitman mission, okay, right? But like I said, so Candace, like I said, I want to say that's grandfather, because that was the last scene, was the Candace and thing. Because you've seen one more time still, like, Quincy, it was like, seemed like the longest scene, like, how long was he staying in trouble? She was trying to get him. You know, he's on top of her trying to choke, and he punched her a couple times or whatever in the eyes and face and everything, right? And I was like, could somebody get this fool? Just somebody say, I'm sick of Quincy surviving like another season. No offense, bro, you good actor, but I mean, I'm just saying, as far as the feeling, like, why somebody? So, we get to a later scene where Jeffrey and Wyatt, around this time frame, when, you know, Candace is holding on for life, basically. And around this time, Benny, when they go back to the house, Benny and Hannah is to a point that she's like, no, I don't want to stay in the house. And Benny's like, these papers look legit. I took the deeds and stuff. Yeah, she was wrong, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I understand her because, you know, you never seen her like this. I'm sick and tired of this. You know how Hannah is, okay? And Hannah still, she said she'd rather live in a doghouse. She'd rather sleep in the back near a dumpster of a Toys R Us store or whatever. Just to avoid likes and pride. Because you know how pride is. Better yet, not only she didn't tell Betty, don't look at me for, I'm just going to go on, blah, blah, blah. She didn't even tell me she was going to Motel 6 or nothing. Embassy Suites, nothing. She just like, I'm just going to walk away. Because Brandy was still trying to get her to stay with him, whatever, right? And she goes back to the house, just sitting inside the damn window somewhere. No, she was on the porch, or whatever used to be of the porch. And then she gets a call from the social worker saying that she can come get little Quincy. And I'm thinking, like, I hope she realized she may have to call Benny back again because she ain't got no house. You know, where are you and the baby going to stay at? Now, you got to prove of the guardianship. You do need a place for you to stay your darn self, okay? That's all I'm saying. And so, she takes the baby. She goes to the hospital. And, you know, the social worker hasn't told Candace yet about this decision. So, she'll have time to get the child, whatever, right? But anyways, we go to another scene where Benny, you know, has called Petey Richdraw's wife to be, also known as the Devil's Daughter. Again, that's what Veronica's new name is. Now she has went to David, and she sees Maggie in there, right, by the way. And Maggie's like, oh, it's good to see you. It's a nice surprise. She just growls, mumbles something of her, like, you better get the front row, you know, something like that, right? So she's basically, I thought was going to apologize to David. And David's just like, okay, after all the stuff you've done and every darn thing else, I'll probably miss a couple scenes, but you know, I'm just going by what I'm thinking off the top of my head that stood out this episode, right? So he basically like, you know, you did all this stuff or whatever, and she's like, yeah, I did, I probably did, it was, you know, because I was insane. And he was like, you tried to burn me and, you know, kill me by setting the house on fire. She just like, oops, I just wanted you to burn a little, get a little second degree burn, or, you know, get a little blister, you know, on the hand. That's all. That was it. I just wanted to find to kiss you a little bit on the arms and across your legs, and maybe a little bit on your face. But I noticed he didn't mention nothing because he's still, obviously David is still clueless that she has been screwing somebody else. He just thinks that maybe she is screwing her shadow. Or some toy she got from Priscilla's or Adam and Eve or something. Okay? So, she basically saying like, it's good, despite her personal problems, I'll be there after, you know, they thinking Jim about to do the, you know, the speech that he's about to, you know, resign from trying to, I'm probably saying the wrong word, but, you know, basically like stop trying to even pursue this mission of running for governor. So David's like, he's thinking about whatever, right? And I guess he decided and it was just so awkward before she left. They all did damn near E.T. phone home moment. You know, Darian did this. You could tell like their marriage just really went down to shambles. She holding his hand like this, and then she hold both hands, but it was just like this. It would have been better off they just did this stuff and just called a day. Just E.T. phone home and just did that, because you can see the disconnect. Like, even though David's trying to hold on, he know deep down inside this marriage is dead. And he even had to remind her, like, all the stuff you did, you guys pregnant, Melissa, what was her name, Melissa, staying in Jeffrey's home. He was like, what about even down to that? What about Jeffrey? What about Jeffrey? Okay, our son is gay. You do realize that, right? You know how she just still like, okay, whatever, right? But he just let her know you did all this stuff. Because she even brought up about the Jim thing, and about how he attacked me, because, you know, he still wanted to ask Jim permission should he do that, right? But really, he really wanted to talk to him, like I said, because of the setup where he's the one who hired Brandon, that's his government name, or Oscar Minor Wiener, you know, to do that, because he's, like I said, he's an asset recovery agent or something like that, person. But, that's really the real reason why I want to talk to Jim. But he basically, like I said, let her know that all the stuff that she's been doing as far as manipulating people and hurting people and just not caring. Not taking, you know, like I said, some kind of credibility for that stuff. I don't think it was nothing else that was said. But yeah, he didn't, like I said, mention anything about her and her cheating or, you know, whatever. Because he still, I guess, is tuning that out, I guess. So meanwhile, back at the tow truck area place, Benny's and Sons or whatever he calls that place, also had noted, like I said, he brought up about, oh, I forgot, David didn't mention this. Now he brought up also to Veronica like this, like to see where Jim was, like asking, trying to still talk to her before deciding to go for governor. Like, you did do something foul. Jim was taking care of business, and Veronica's like, Jim can't handle his business. We had to have insurance, get the scare straight thing on really, but she says take it on a whole nother level. So she still feels like it was justified for Wyatt to be sexually assaulted. I'll be glad when Catherine knows, and whenever they get out the circumstances that they're in now. Okay, we'll get to that till later part. So Wyatt and Jeffrey are on a mission to see if this is the right car, right? And Veronica, Petey Wheatstraw's future wife, gets a call from Benny. Benny was trying to have her come over to the house, and she said, no, it's better off to meet me at the tow place, his building. So he goes there, and he asks, she comes there, and she comes a little bit right before Jeffrey and Wyatt come there. They come together, the Dukes of Hazzard. I don't know why I just thought about that. Wasn't Jim originally one of the Dukes of Hazzard? Okay, I'm off the subject, but he looks similar. But anyways, sorry being random. But anyways, y'all, she goes up there and she sees these are legit, just call, certain records to be valid, but they looked at real. And she was saying, oh, okay, I see what you were seeing. This is why your mom thought I was a sugar mama, because, of this stuff. But it turns out your sister Candace has bought these things. And she was like, you know what, we need to end everything, Benny, we started, needs to end. He's like, what started? Nothing started. Okay, well, whatever was occurring, it's going to end. And then, also Benny just gave a look, oh, okay, but you know what, just give me a kiss. I had a hard day. And apparently he must be not just his day was not the only thing hard, because he here go Petey Wheatstraw wife like no, stop. But it's totally different than Quick, because we kind of knew somewhat, even though she talked a lot of stuff to her straight. I first honestly thought she was gonna get with Quincy, because Veronica is ruthless to a point that my bad, y'all. So anyways, like I said, Veronica seemed like, in a way, if Quincy would have had the right game or had the right body spray on him and stuff like that, maybe he could have got it, because it just seemed like, personally to me, like Veronica would have done something then. But no. If David would have probably done something back then, I don't think, and then if Quincy wasn't like, from jail or something like that, maybe she would have been not as big. But it just seemed like right there, it wasn't surprising that she ended up, like, going out the box. Even though she's trying to justify it by saying David slept with Maggie, his person, I guess, Monica Lewinsky or whatever is what she's thinking, or what, whatever. But, anyways, so, she, like I said, they start kissing or whatever, and he just, like I said, just wanted to get kissed, and she just, no, and then all of a sudden, Wyatt goes to the back where the car is to see it, and they go the other way. And then, the blinds are not completely closed. So, they, like I said, they noticed Veronica going into, like I said, they came almost exactly around the same time, but I think Veronica came like a couple seconds later. So, they could see her, but she wasn't paying attention to seeing them. So, basically, they see through the thing. Wyatt was like, forget this. I'm about to zoom in, take a picture, and put this on Vine or whatever they call something. And because they notice, she can see, they can see Miss Veronica up here just getting on with Benny. This time they have a live action video. So I don't know where Wyatt's going to send it to. And he was like, I'll probably send it to you back. Or some comment. I just remember Jeffrey was like, don't be recorded. But they see it for themselves. And since the wire recorded and the blinds are completely open. And not only does, obviously, Benny kisses her on one lip, he kisses her both of her lips, because you just see him go down there, and she just, I first thought the way she was looking like this, when he was proceeding to go down there, was she could sense that they were being watched, but she was just, enjoying, the kissing, yeah, so yeah. So, the second, like, towards the end, let's get into this last part. Because it seemed like, you kind of almost had to go in order how the way this was going. So, around the time where we think Jim is about to get ready to do his speech, David, like I said, already talked to Brandon and decides to go over there and show, like I said, Jim the information. And he's just like, what's this? And David, like I said like, I got your money. You know, hey, baby, I got you. I don't know why I thought about that ODB song. I got your money. But anyways, Jim is not impressed. He don't care. He wants revenge. David is like an enemy to him as far as concerned. Maybe even if David would have been like, I guess because he knew about a situation, but just like the way his reaction is, just like, you on that bitch, who cares? So he makes the call. And he says that take care of all of them, right? Get rid of them right now. So he's getting ready to do his speech. You got, David and, Veronica in the back. And you got Maggie on the side of the stairs. And you got Catherine. And when he starts talking about basically a speech like, I made some mistakes and everything, but I'm a man of God, I'm a God-fearing man, and I'm just going to say my Catherine has been there for you, and I've realized that I used to be loving a woman when I was going through bad times with my wife, but, but I wasn't there my truth. My kids are here, man is here with my spirit, and why is somewhere around here, I don't know, but, I had, gave to, all, in the arms of the angels commercials with the animals. I gave to other countries in Africa when the children are starving, or and everything else, and we had help whatever. And my business has built, and yeah, I made mistakes, but I'm still human, and I still can be help everybody. Because Maggie like this, that ain't the speech what I told him to give. So it was supposed to be speech like, bye, I'm off here, drop the mic. Okay, sexual chocolate. Okay, so, but it wasn't like that. It turns out that he is running for governor. And he, like I said, even Selena was looking at that thing too. But he didn't sit here and disrespect Selena. He just said, like, he recognized those were his children. Remember last episode, Dave, he was claiming the babies were bastards. But this time he was saying, that he was acknowledging they was at least his kids. And so, I guess he admitted that, I forgot exactly, that he, wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, but he recognized his mistakes. One of those type of things. I have changed, one of them type of things, right? So, anyways, when that's going on, y'all, when he's talking about change and man made mistakes, we see in a scene, the guard, shank, stab, Then we see other people taking care of the dude that raped, sexually, so same thing, sexually violated, white. Take good hearing. The professor going to his car, think he gonna go to Starbucks? Hell no. Bang, bang. Okay. Then, because he said take care of all of them. I know Veronica was on this list, but it was throwing me off because they go back to the scene where Candace is struck for life and Quincy is trying to kill her. I was wondering, is she an extra third part? I thought he said 3 people, and I know he said Veronica, but, Quincy had his own agenda. He was going to kill Candace anyway because he felt like she ratted him out. And so, anyways, y'all, what happened is that, we get to, all of a sudden, Candace struggling, and then Jeffrey comes there and he knocks a vase over him. She tries to get another knife, and you know how Quincy seemed like he gives him more adrenaline rush and whatever. And by the way, here when Hannah took the baby, she took him to one of the hotels. Remember, motels for the night, and said because she told the baby, little Q, before they left, that they were going on an adventure because he was ready to go to the house. I miss you, Grandma, blah, blah. So we don't know if she's going to go stay with Benny or not or whatever, right? All we know now at the moment is that Candace is penniless and she don't know how she's going to pay taxes in 2 more months for the damn place. Or, pay for lights or whatever, okay? So her revenge on it. Like I said, Oscar was able to run out, or Brandon was able to run out and report and get out of there scot-free. He was a little bruised up, but whatever. So I don't know if Brandon's going to come back in the picture, whatever, right? So, next season. If that's, it will probably finally season 4, right? Not part 3's episode 26, okay? Well, anyways, I'm still watching, I'm just saying, and, this kind of confuse people when they be, dividing the seasons into part 2 and 1s and stuff. So, anyways, all of a sudden, like I said, Jeffrey, you know, she tried to go for the knife, and he started hitting Jeffrey, and I think she had tried to stab him. He, you know, knocks her down again. I think is trying to still, his main thing is he wants to kill Candace. And as you know, they scruffing, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, you know, somehow somebody get pissed against the wall, because, you know, everything was happening fast. All I know is that Jeffrey, when Jim was finishing up that speech, you know, and then when they get off the stage, and, you know, David was telling Veronica, and I think your Maggie get off, he was like, well, I'm still going to run, just make me on a separate ballot. Okay, because now he realized the way he was thinking Jim was going to think when he told about that money. Jim just like this, and that's when he just made the call. It made it even more, you know, more amped, you know, put, you know, killers on deck on speed dial. And then so he went ahead and, you know, was like, I don't care anymore. He basically looks at David as really his enemy to a certain point, because he's married to, like I said, Petey Wheatstraw's wife. So, all of a sudden, here comes Miss D.A., Jennifer and shit, coming in there, and she's like, basically, your sons gave you our immunity. They are, like I said, they can go past. They are fine. You can't touch them. Okay, and she's like, y'all is arrest acquired inheritance. So Catherine and Jim and Veronica and David are, you know, taken, you know, in handcuffs. And so the last exact scene was, like I said, it goes going back and forth. Like I said, Candace trying to get a knife, and, you know, I think Quincy, you know, he ends up like somehow back and forth that Candace is on the wall, and, you know, almost getting on the wall, and then Jeffrey somehow, he just said, F it. I don't know if that was where that knife even came from. I know, you know, Candace was getting a couple knives, but he took that knife and threw Friday the 13th the hell out of Quincy's back. Just blood splatter anywhere. And it looked like if he made it, he gonna be in critical condition. Okay, he gonna be the ICU area for no, they're not no darn ICU, but I'm just saying he gonna be stuck for a minute, okay, if he does survive. Because after you see them, they just doing the heavy breathing, you see this blood, you just see Quincy like this. Then we see the credits. The end. Okay? So anyway, y'all, we got a lot of questions, because like I said, they got the car and they were questioning Benny, but like I said, you know, Jennifer was like this, well, I got the car, and where are they going to go through the body of Quincy? It leaves you questions, is Hannah going to be really going to hotel to hotel? And then we have to think about this. With them being charged of hiding evidence and every dirt thing like this, where's Hannah's job? I mean, I know, I think Catherine said she could take a break. So now Hannah, where Hannah go work? You know, there's a lot of questions. Is she gonna work, you know, side by side with something? There's a lot of questions and stuff. And the social worker already told her we gonna have to check her back on the visit, you know, to, you know, do a site, you know, check on the site or where they stay at. And now she just like, oh, okay, I know. So she gotta think of something. So yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed the review. Like I said, if I had more time, and, you know, I would have done the whole season. But yeah, y'all. That's it. Y'all pleasant week, pleasant my test weekend. And I definitely see you on next video. I'm definitely going to try to do the If Loving You Is Wrong review. I think it's season 2, ain't it? Or is it still part 1, episode 26? But anyway, I'll try to get that to y'all tonight too. Alright, take care.